All right. Where to put this at? I bought this a long time ago. I'm gonna put it right here for now. Yoga studio. Slowly coming along. Should go this way. I bought that a while back from Goodwill. But I wanted to put this up there. My lotus leaf. For now. Need to get it better. It needs to stand up there. I should do a video on how to create a studio. This is my garage, part of my garage. Believe it or not, this was all junk. I wish I would have took a picture. So it's been a while since I bought anything new. Got a new mat, but somebody else bought that for me. Got a lotus leaf, somebody else bought that for me. I bought this on Goodwill, $5. $5. So this morning, well actually, yesterday morning, I watched the video. And I was going to talk about it yesterday, but I didn't because I talked about Kwanzaa instead. So I was prepared to talk about this, and then I talked about Kwanzaa because when I went on the calendar, I found out that Kwanzaa started yesterday. I have a calendar there. So this is number 210 YouTube Live Yoga Routine. And this morning I watched a video titled Devoted, Practice Peace. Philippians 4, 6 through 7. So chapter 4, verse 6 and 7. And it is from the YouTube channel, Miracle Channel. And briefly, Philippians 4, 6 through 7 is basically about don't be anxious, be prayerful, be thankful, be connected to God. And when you do this, you'll have peace. And you do this by remembering the Christian story of Jesus. And the Christian story of Jesus is the story of God sending his son, Jesus, who suffered, died, and rose from the dead. Also, that you, as a Christian, don't have to suffer nor die, and you will have eternal life. That's the story that Christians believe in. And the video yesterday was basically summed up saying, when you feel anxious or stressed out, remember that. Remember that story. The story of unconditional love. For a Christian, that story right there captures God's unconditional love for you. That he sent his son, that his son suffered and died for you. That's how much God loves you as a Christian. That's what a Christian believes. And this is what the video stated specifically. Practice peace by remembering God's incredible gift of unconditional love for you. So remember that story if you're a Christian. And when you do, anxiety will leave, stress will leave, and you'll tap into peace. That is a way to tap into peace, capital P, which is, in a sense, yoga. Yoga in the sense that a Christian remembers that story and enters into peace. If you're not a Christian, you do it through your stories in your religion, or you do it through meditation, or through prayer. Even if you're an atheist and you don't believe in God, you do it by realizing there is peace. And you find out methods to tap into this peace. And one way to do that is through yoga. So you can practice yoga as a Christian, a Muslim, an atheist, a Jewish person who follows Judaism, a Buddhist, a Hindu, whatever it may be. You can have peace. Now, I'm not a Christian, but I do support my Christian family, meaning the family of humanity. We're all on this journey, going through this thing called life, trying to figure it out. So a Christian experiences peace the way they do. Muslim experiences peace the way he or she does. Hindu does it their way. Buddhist does it their way. And even in all those different religions, there's individual denominations and paths, and every individual in those religions are individuals. So today, what we're going to do is focus on peace. Peace is yoga. It's just another word for the oneness. Peace is yoga. Peace is yoga. Boom. When I say peace, I think of capital P for oneness. So we're going to do our two sun salutations like we always do until I get a better camera so I can do better poses, or not better poses, different poses. But I can't do them in this camera because it does a long, like if I did the tiger, my arm would look 20 feet long. My leg would look 2 feet long. So it wouldn't work out. I'll get a camera eventually. So slowly I'm going to start building back up. Christmas time, money, boom, 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 goes. You know, I have 4 kids, I have a wife, and even, I was just going to say, even the money for Christmas dinner, money. And then boom, 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 boom. All this money just goes. So I couldn't really focus on building up the studio because I have other priorities. So today we're going to do the two sun salutations, just like I mentioned. And we're going to finish it up with the mountain pose, where you're going to focus on the breathing. So I'll add some variations in the sun salutations and just tap into feeling peaceful. If you want to do it by thinking of the story as a Christian does with Jesus, and that gives you peace, do that. If you have another story that gives you peace, do that. You just want to tap into feeling peace, not even going through a story, and do that. Doesn't matter. Just feel peaceful throughout this yoga routine. So feet are shoulder width apart, toes go up, spread the toes as wide as you can. Each toe touches the floor one at a time. Knees are bent, hips are tilted. Arms are relaxed, shoulders are relaxed, neck is relaxed. No tension in the neck or the shoulders. And just focus on the breathing. Thinking of nothing else but of the breathing. I just thought about getting a candle. That might be a candle holder. I think that's what it is. But I like these incense from Yogaville in Buckingham, Virginia, that I used to smell. And anytime I smell it, it brings me back to that time of peace. So maybe I'll order some of those. Random thought, not doing yoga, see? Not even focusing on my breathing, thinking about incense. So focus on the breathing, 100% focus on the breathing, thinking of nothing else but of the breathing. Watching yourself breathe. Remember, you're already breathing automatically, so you just watch it. Don't control it. It's natural to watch yourself breathe and then start controlling it. Don't do it. Let go and just watch it. Then it's natural to think about other things as you're watching yourself breathe. Next thing you know, you're watching your random thought go through your head. When you realize, hey, I'm not even thinking about myself breathing. Let go. Don't judge it. Doesn't matter. Just bring your focus back to the breathing. Palms together, thumbs to the heart center. It's the first stretch, so go nice and easy. Inhale, arching the back, and then exhale. As you exhale, you hinge forward from the lower back. We're going to do the ragdoll. So the ragdoll, arms dangling, head is dangling. You're not going down as far as you can. You're not pushing into it. You're not pulling into it. You just let the body go where the body goes. This is very important because you're letting go. Just letting the body go where the body goes. And that transfers into the mind where you're just letting yourself think what you're thinking while you're watching yourself breathe. You will have random thoughts. So when I say you're going to watch yourself think, you're focused on the breathing, You're aware of a thought, but you just let it pass and then bring your focus back to the breathing. Let it happen. Don't judge it. Just let yourself go. Palms to the calves, elbows into the sides of the legs. You arch the back, raise the head. Inhale. Inhale as much as you can. And then exhale. As you exhale, you pull yourself in and down. Foreheads go to the knees. Get all the air out. All the air leaves. And then arch the back, raise the head. Inhale. Inhale as much as you can. Then exhale. As you exhale, you pull yourself in and down. Foreheads go to the knees. Get all the air out. And again, arch the back, raise the head. Inhale. And then exhale. As you exhale, you pull yourself in and down. Get all the air out. Push all the air out. And we're going to do two more. Arch the back, raise the head. Inhale. And then exhale. You are pulling yourself in and down. Get all the air out. And last one, arch the back, raise the head. Inhale. And then exhale as you pull yourself in and down. Foreheads go to the knees. Once you're all the way in, all the air is out, then release. And then just watch yourself breathe. You're still pulling yourself in and down. But once you're settled, you're accepting, you're just focusing on the breathing. So it's almost like you're not pulling yourself in and down because you're becoming one with the pose. Letting go of all tension, physically and mentally. Just watch yourself breathe. Now this pose is very important because when you inhale, the belly swells with air. It pushes you out of the pose slightly. Let yourself be pushed out. When you exhale, the belly goes in. Let yourself go back into the pose. It's a very subtle movement. It's very important because you're aware of subtleness. You're focused on the breathing. Heightens your awareness, lets you become aware of subtleness. That's important because when you get off the yoga mat, you're aware of subtleness that is happening around you. The palms to the sides of the feet. Left leg is back into a low lunge. The low lunge, so foot to the floor, knees to the floor, hips are square, pushing forward diagonally. Back is arching, head is up. And you're just focused on the breathing. Thinking of nothing else but of the breathing. Now in this pose, like all the poses, but this pose, you're feeling opened. You're opening up, your chest is open, back is arching. So even if you're down a little bit, so-called enclosed or closed up, the body does not dictate whether you feel opened. You feel open regardless. Openness is a mindset. So if you're enclosed physically, when you accept where you are, that acceptance, capital A, boom, taps into openness. Very important mindset because when you get off the yoga mat, you're in a situation that you feel enclosed in. When you accept where you are, boom, you'll be open. Then that allows your mind to be open and you'll see ways to get out of that situation when you accept. Or that acceptance allows you to reinterpret that situation. And it might be an awesome situation. It's all been a mental thing. And you're thinking, you know what? My job is awesome. I'm not enclosed. It's awesome. Just an example. And today we're going to do the monkey. So curl the toes under. In the back, knee stays on the floor. Right side lines up with the right shoulder. So right foot, right knee, right shoulder is all lined up. Left foot, left knee, left shoulder lines up. Shoulders are square and you're reaching up. As you reach up, keep the fingers as wide as you can. The arms can stay parallel. They can go out a little bit. You can look forward, you can look up. Whatever you're doing, reaching up, middle fingers pointing straight up. And just focus on the breathing. Now you may wobble a little bit. If you're wobbling, it's okay. Stability is in that wobble. Stability is not fighting the wobble. That's fighting. That's not yoga. So let's say you wobble a little bit. You go with the wobble. You find a stability in the wobble. Learning that stability and flexibility, that's even a mental way of seeing things. So when you're off the yoga mat, you're in an unstable situation. If you go with it, you get right out of it. Find that stability. Reach up a little higher. And then palms down to the front. Knee goes up. High lunge just for a second or so. We won't stay in it. So knee goes up. Toes are curled under. Downward dog. The downward dog, you are pushing into the pose. So fingers are wide as you can get them. Middle fingers are pointing straight out. Elbows to the ceiling. Heels are towards the floor. They're into the floor. No tension in the neck, so the head dangles. And you are pushing into this pose, but you push into the spot right before you feel like, you know what? I can't go any further. Find that spot. Settle, accept, and focus on the breathing. Thinking of nothing else but of the breathing. Now, wherever you are, push a little bit more if you feel like you should. If you feel like you shouldn't, then don't. Now you'll slide into the upper dog. You drop down to the knees, then the chest. You slide up. Tops of the feet are to the floor. Palms are to the floor. So only the tops of the feet, only the palms are to the floor. Now you can modify this pose by going to the small cobra. Small cobra. Chest is off the floor. Palms are touching the floor, but you're not using them. You're not pushing up. You're pulling up. The back muscles are pull muscles. So you pull up and just focus on the breathing. Thinking of nothing else but of the breathing. Remember, you're feeling peace. Capital P, peace. Then back to downward dog, pushing into it. Now really, really, really push into it. Arms are straight, legs are straight. Tailbones to the ceiling. Heels are towards the floor or into the floor. No tension in the neck, so the head dangles. And just focus on the breathing. And wherever you are, push a little bit more if you feel like you should. If you feel like you shouldn't, then don't. Don't listen to me. We're doing yoga together. You're going to listen to yourself. You're learning to become your own guru, your own leader, your own master, your own teacher. You're not a follower. You're not just going to follow what someone says. That's what you're learning in yoga. So when you're off the yoga mat, you're your own leader. You take in what others say, but you don't just follow. You analyze it first. So left foot is up between the hands into a low lunge. With a low lunge, top of the foot to the floor, knees to the floor, hips are square, pushing forward diagonally, back is arching, front knees not over the toes. If it is, lengthen up some. And again, you feel open. Feel open, open, open. It's a mindset. So even if you're thinking, man, I'm closed up. If you're thinking that, that's judgment. That will prevent the mind and body from becoming one. Mind's here, body's here, judgment's here. You got to get rid of that so the mind and body can become one. Those are barriers. That's a barrier. And feel opened. Now we're going to go into the monkey. Curl the toes under in the back. Knee goes up. So the left side, left foot, left knee, left shoulder lines up. Right foot, right knee, right shoulder lines up. Shoulders are square, arms go up. Reach up. You can keep the arms parallel if you like. You can have them out. You can look forward. You can look up. Whatever you're doing, get the fingers as wide as you can. Middle fingers point straight up. Reaching up. Focusing on the breathing. thinking of nothing else but of the breathing. Now, if you're wobbling a little bit, go with the wobble. Learning that stability is in flexibility. I couldn't think of what I was going to say. Reach up higher. And then palms down, knee goes up, high lunge just for a second or so. Use it as a transition. And then standing forward bend. Pull yourself in and down. Get all the air out. Then once all the air leaves, release. And just watch yourself breathe. Just focus on the breathing. When I'm silent, I think, man, I need to get music. Maybe that should be my next goal, getting music. Palms together, reach out, up and back, inhale. Turn the palms out, push the air down and out. Exhale. Then one more, inhale. Then exhale, hinge forward. Pull yourself in and down, get all the air out, and then just release. And then just watch yourself breathe. Left leg is back into a low lunge, feeling open. Feeling open, feeling open, feeling open. And openness is where peace is, where oneness is. It's all yoga. These are just words to describe the oneness of yoga. And once you start describing it, then you create separation, because language creates separation, because it's actually an experience. You can't experience it through words. You have to experience it by experiencing it. Then high lunge just for a second or so. Then downward dog, pushing into it. Really, really, really push into it now. Focus on the breathing. Think of nothing else but of the breathing. Then you slide into the upper dog, drop down to the knees and the chest. You slide up. Tops of the feet are to the floor, palms are to the floor. You're feeling open. Modify the pose how you have to. And then back to downward dog. Exhale, get all the air out, then release. Then just focus on the breathing. And wherever you are, push a little bit more if you feel like you should. If you feel like you shouldn't, then don't. Listen to yourself. And then left foot is up between the hands into a low lunge. Feeling open. Think of nothing else but the breathing. And high lunge just for a second or so. Then standing forward bend, pull yourself in and down. All the air out. Then just relax. Focus on the breathing. Palms together, reach out, up and back, inhale. Turn the palms out, push it down and out, exhale. And then mountain pose. Remember, mountain pose, you're finding that stability where the skeleton is just standing. So if you're in the mountain pose, you lengthen up and let the bones sit on top of each other. And the stability is in the wobble, if you're going to wobble or move. So a lot of times you're in it, you're stable, and then all of a sudden the body, for whatever reason, wants to shift. Don't fight that. That's not yoga. Fighting is not yoga. There's a time for it, but not during yoga. So you go with the flow. So when you're off the yoga mat, what you're teaching yourself is that In life, something may come up, make you sway or wobble a little bit. You go with it. You don't fight it. That doesn't mean you don't handle it. It means you handle it in the way of going with the flow. The rope-a-dope. Muhammad Ali was doing the rope-a-dope. Things were coming at him. Well, I would have got hit right there. Well, I got hit again. Things were coming at him. I'm not a boxer, but I just know the rope-a-dope. Same concept. Going with the flow. Letting things go by. Same thing you're learning in the mountain pose. Simple pose, but you're learning stability is in the flexibility. So what you're going to do is focus 100% on the breathing. 100% on the breathing. Think of nothing else but the breathing. Now, instead of a tree, we're going to do the king dancer, and we're going to do a modification of the king dancer. So all you're going to do is bring the right foot up, grab it, just like you're in a PE class in high school or elementary school. I don't even know if they do this anymore. I don't even know if they have PE anymore. So just hold it. That arm goes up if you can. Now, you can touch the wall back and forth if you have a wall, in case you fall. Arm is up, reaching up. And then what you're doing with the back foot, what you're doing with the right foot is pushing it into the hand slightly. Because technically you go down, you reach out. But that's not what we're going to do. We're going to reach up, push the foot into the hand, getting tall, and just focus on the breathing. Think of nothing else but the breathing. I'm wobbling today for some reason. Not some reason. I know why I'm wobbling, because my mind is racing, actually. Busy week with Christmas and all. Still haven't come down from the excitement of Christmas. Not excitement as in, yay, Christmas. Excitement is like, oh God, okay, that's $100. That's $100. Turkey's going to overcook. All these little things add up. Yep, the yoga guy. Getting stressed. So, grab the left foot. Right arm's up, just reaching up. Push the foot into the hand. Get the shoulders square if you can. And just reach up. Push the foot into the hand. Focus on the breathing. Thinking of nothing else but of the breathing. And then go ahead and release. That's all we're doing. So simple. Shake it out. And then back to mountain pose. Now remember, mountain pose. Find that spot where the skeleton stands. Find the stability. And feel stable. And you're going to watch yourself breathe. And that's all you're going to do is focus on the breathing. And what will happen, most likely, you'll start to think about all the things. And when you do, you think, hey, I'm not thinking about my breathing. Just gently bring your focus back to the breathing. Don't judge it. Just let it go and bring your focus back to the breathing. And eventually, you'll realize you're not your thoughts, but the thing that's watching your thoughts, the thing that's watching yourself breathe. So we're just going to stay here a little bit longer. So just watch yourself breathe. Bring the palms together, thumbs to the heart center. Namaste. That's it. So that's number 210 YouTube Live Yoga Routine. So I did get a stand. I got a stand too for my cell phone. But I can't use my cell phone for live videos until I get 1,000 subscribers. Couldn't say the word subscriber. Because YouTube doesn't allow you to live stream until you have 1,000 subscribers. And I mean, you can't live stream with a cell phone. I'm live streaming with my Logitech camera that's connected to my computer as a webcam. So I rigged it up that way. So I will eventually use my video on my cell phone, which is a better video than this. Once I do that, things will change and I'll be able to do more yoga poses. But until then, I have what I have. And it's going to be what it's going to be. So this is 210 YouTube Live Yoga Routine, and I will see you tomorrow at 5:30 a.m. Arizona time, Mountain Standard Time. So namaste, peace and love.